SES Ultra Titans, new to the market, nice curves, has a deep, no. JTR Noises, 212, ugly but good personality, loudmouth, no. Elac Vela 2.0, doesn't get out much, nobody knows about her, pass. Perlistin R7T, ooh, new on the market, gold digger, will empty your pockets, no. Let's see, KEF Reference 3, loved by everyone, men will try to take her from you, no. Ooh, Arendal 1528 Monitor 8, taking the scene by storm, good looking, in-game. It's, yes. I must say, you are really beautiful. I usually don't bring people over on the first night, but this is new to me. You know, you haven't really said much. You don't talk very much. You haven't even touched your food. Some gloves, some rubber pads, it looks like. Grills. Okay. Some stuff. First weight test here. These things are massive. Holy crap. Oh, this is crazy. Holy crap. 3, 2, 1. Oh, crap. This thing is massive. Absolutely freaking massive. Wow. Holy crap. Pictures, videos, do you know justice about how big this speaker is? It's, oh my God, okay. Can't even, I've never touched anything better built. I've never moved a speaker as heavy as this. I've never seen a speaker just this stout. This is crazy. I'm gonna try to move it to the side without just wrecking the bottom of it because it doesn't have the feet on it. Oh, picking it up. Oh yeah, what a workout. This is the side of it. This is what's crazy. These are a lot deeper than you think. It's crazy. It's wide too. I don't think I've ever seen a speaker this wide. Not anything that I've owned or reviewed. It is crazy. You hear all the talk about build quality, build quality, build quality. I'm telling you right now, I've done a lot of research, as much as I could. I've seen every video and read every forum so far. You don't get an idea of how good this thing is built until you see it and how massive it is. Port plug in the back, even the port plug is dense. really good. This is gonna seal it up completely. There's no air coming out of this thing. It is literally the same size as the port. It took me a lot of effort to get it out. That is really nice. So you can seal these up, which I may have to with how much bass there's gonna be in this thing. Okay, I gotta do this again. There's still one more behind me. I'm gonna do it off camera. I'll see you guys in a minute. Wow. Holy shit. These speakers are absolutely massive. And I'm telling you right now, please take my word for it. Any videos you've seen or any photos you've seen of these speakers does not give you an idea of how big they actually are. They are quite sizable. And you don't really realize that until you get in front of them. If you guys are familiar with Arendal, they just brought out their 1528 series of speakers, their new flagship level. This is one step underneath their flagship speaker, the tower. This is, they say, 90% of the tower without the tower. So you have two 8-inch drivers. You guys can see them better without the grills here. Two 8-inch drivers, a mid-range, and then the tweeter up top. And this is literally the tower speaker just cut off in half. You're missing two more drivers from the tower speakers, but you get all the tower performance in a slightly small form factor. But this thing is a beast. Arendal recommends powering them with up to 700 watts, and that's really tough to do. I can give them about 310 watts. They are a 4-ohm speaker, so they're gonna want the power, and you're gonna have to give it to them if you wanna get your monies out of them. So I'm gonna give them some good juice, but if for some reason I think I need more, I do have some power amplifiers that I may be able to do instead. But these are some absolutely huge speakers. So of course, as you guys can see, this is the polar color, a satin white kind of color. I did choose white again. This is probably my last white speaker. I'm gonna try something else. This may be my last speaker altogether. I don't know, depending on how I feel. This might be my in-game speaker. But they do come in a color called basalt. It's kind of like a silver gunmetal off gray kind of color. Thought that would be cool too, but my speakers that I have right now in my surrounds are white, so this will fit right on in there. On this speaker, you guys can see the grills here. They are magnetic. It's kind of weird because the whole grill is not completely magnetic, but if you rotate them, they'll snap into place. So that's with the grills on. This is with the grills off. I kind of like the look with the grills on. Now, if you're somebody who hasn't noticed just yet, this does have a curved baffle. This is time align. That curve that you see is to time align all the drivers so that when they reach your listening position, they all reach at the same time. So they're balanced with each other. When you have the grills on, it kind of takes away the look of that curve to a degree because these grills kind of stick out a little bit, so it kind of meets the top of the baffle and the bottom of the baffle, kind of takes away the illusion of the curve. It's more pronounced like this because the driver is so recessed. I kind of like this look here. So I'm not a grills person, but I might leave them on. I kind of like the look, especially because you can't take this off. You can't take the mid-range grill off. So I kind of like it this way, but you can get it in basalt or you can get it in a polar color. So again, 4-ohm speakers. What's really cool about them is that on the back side, on the binding posts with the terminals and everything, there are some bass attenuators and some high-end, high-frequency attenuators. There are some jumper cables that you can use to kind of change the characteristics of the sound a little bit. You can change it to be low, high, or normal on bass and on the high frequencies, the treble. So if you need a little more mid-range, you can add some. If you need a little less mid-range or a little less bass, or excuse me, a little less high frequency, you can change that and tailor the sound how you want to. And it's really high quality. I don't know if I've ever seen a speaker that has the looks of this quality-wise. This you just look at it and you know it's quality. Same thing with the binding post, same thing with the jumper cables, just the design of it, the weight of it, 104 pounds. It's truly mesmerizing just unboxing a speaker like this. So I mentioned that this is a very power hungry speaker. I think it gets about 84 dB sensitivity, 84, 85 dB sensitivity. So again, you're gonna have to really power it. A receiver is not gonna cut it. You're going to need extra amplification. You have to have it. So I will be powering them pretty nicely. I will say this, in the box you get some really cool stuff inside. You get a little bag with a couple different things of literature, owner's manual. You get gloves to keep them clean when you're maneuvering with them. You get up to 10 years of a warranty, 5 years warranty out of the box, 10 years if you register your product. So 10-year warranty on the speaker is fantastic. I'm probably gonna have these for this long because how am I gonna beat them? You know what I'm saying? So you get some nice stuff in here. You get a booklet of all the 1528 speakers. So from the towers down to the slim 8s, which we'll get into that. I may be getting a couple of those too. So everything about the 1528, how it originated, how they came to be, it's all here. It's really cool. I might actually read this just to get some background. So Arendal recommends 50 hours of break-in. And I'm a person who believes in speaker break-in, subwoofers, whatever, because I do feel like a new speaker that's newly built does need some time to loosen up. The spider, it's stiff, the cone, the surrounds, it needs time to loosen up. And the more loose that it gets, the more free that it plays, maybe the lower bass extension, maybe louder altogether. It can handle more power. So I will be following their instructions of 50 hours of break-in. I'm gonna leave them plugged into my amplifier, playing 20 hertz for 2 days straight, and let them break in faster than just listening to them moderately. But I am gonna plug them in before I move them to the theater room. I have not heard these yet. I do wanna hear them. I will be plugging them up to get a good idea of what to expect. So I'm gonna plug them up in this room, which is probably more ideal than where they're going. But I am excited to hear these things. So I just have to say, guys, again, you don't understand how big even the monitors are until you're next to them. 104 pounds. And luckily for me, my stands here, I have been having these stands for a while. They are rated to handle up to 120 pounds. So they're going to do just fine. I thought I had to go buy some. Arendal has some stands. The 1528 stands, they're like $1,400 or something crazy. I'm not buying those. I need 2 of them. I'm not buying them. So I'm not getting those. Thankfully, I had some here. You can build some. I see a lot of people build their own, which is what I would have done anyway if I didn't have these. So I am super excited. They're beautiful. I truly have never seen or touched a speaker of this kind of quality or weight or just sheer size. They're massive. And I'm super excited to get into this new chapter in my life when it comes to home theater and audio. So before you go, I want you down below in the comment section to tell me, what speaker did you think I was getting? I know a lot of people guessed, a lot of people were right, even more people were wrong. So leave me down below what speaker you thought I was getting and why. I'm curious to why you think I would have got that speaker. And if you were right, tell me how you figured I was getting this speaker. Nobody said monitor 8s. A lot of people said Arendal 1528, but nobody told me the bookshelf, the tower, the monitor 8s. Nobody said which one, so I can't count you right completely. But tell me, what speaker did you think I was getting and why? I'm curious to know what you guys think of me to be able to come to that conclusion. So let me know that down below. I will be doing a full review not too soon from now. I'm going to give myself some good time to listen to these in this room and in the theater where they're going. So I'll give you guys a really good review. I didn't mention these plugs up here. These are port plugs. On the back is a massive port, probably like 4 inches round or so. If you want to seal these, you can. So if you guys want to see measurements of them sealed versus ported, I don't mind to do that. These things are full range. They're truly full range speakers. They're going to give you some really deep bass, and sometimes it could be too much. So you can plug that port to kind of bring away some of that bass, especially if they're in a smaller room like me or they're too close to the wall. So I'm going to try that. If you guys want to see measurements, we can definitely do that in the full review. But I will be doing a full review for you guys shortly after I get some good time with them and see how they sound. But with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for being patient as we waited for them to get here. Arendal is in Norway, so they ship from factory direct. There isn't any way to go get them anywhere else. So it took about a month and a half-ish to get them here. And I'm happy to have them. So thank you guys for being patient with me while we waited for them to come in. Thank you to Arendal for sending them out and being transparent and upfront with me answering any questions I had. I appreciate it all. So I'm ready. I'm ready to listen. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're not already, and we will see you in the next video. Keep this guy out. Peace.